Hello out there to you. In this practice problem, we've got a purely competitive firm, which means it's selling the same product as everybody else and must sell at the same price, otherwise the consumers won't buy from this producer. So the market price has returned $25. Where did that come from? It came from supply and demand. So whatever market forces have led us to that price, we have to take it. And so we're price taking at $25. Fixed cost is $100. So regardless of how much we produce, we have to pay that $100. And then the variable cost for the first 50 units is $15 each. And then for the 51st and to infinity is $30 each. So the average variable cost for the first 50 units, average variable cost has a formula, which is variable cost over quantity. So let's figure that out. So it's $15 each on 50 units. So what we would do is we would multiply $15 each. So $15 times 50 units. That's our variable cost. So $7.50. And then we divide that by the number of units, which was 50. Okay, so 50. And that equals 15. And that makes sense because each additional unit and that we're producing is $15 more. So that is our average variable cost. Does the price equal or exceed? Well, it exceeds because $25 is greater than $15. Okay, so we're done with that on the first 50 units. Next, average variable cost for the first 100 units. A little more complicated. We can do it. Average variable cost. So we need, this time we're dividing by 100. And we need the cost of the first 50 units, which we already calculated, is just $7.50. And then we're going to add that to the next 50 units. So it'd be $30 each times 50. We can do that in our head. That's 1,500. So this is 2250 divided by 100. I can do this, knock that out, knock out one more there, and you get 2250 for the average variable cost of the first 100 units. Does the price equal or exceed? Well, the price does exceed that for the first 100 units. So price is still greater than average variable cost on the first 100 units. That's great. Marginal cost for the first 50 units. Well, marginal cost is the additional cost divided by the additional quantity. And we're actually told that for producing an additional unit for the first 50 is just 15. So we actually know what that is. And then for each of the first 50 units, does MR equal MC? Well, MR is the marginal revenue, and for a perfect competitor, that's equal to price. So yes, it does, because $25 is greater than 15. Marginal cost for the 51st unit and higher, we're actually told there it's 30. So it's 30, and then is MR greater than MC? The answer to that is no, because $25 is less than 30. So it should not produce the 51st unit and beyond. What level will yield the highest profit? So we want to continue to produce as long as marginal revenue is greater than marginal cost. So that means we're going to produce 50 units. So if we produce 50 units, that will give us, let's figure out what the profit is. So it's going to be total revenue minus total cost. We already know that it's 750. Then we have to add that 100 there. So this is actually 850 for our total cost. And then our total revenue would be $25 times 50, which is 1250. 1250. And so the difference there is 400. And so that would be the profit when we've profit maximized.